This is a plea to Senator Obama from the Headless Professor. I really like you. From the very first time I saw you in Hyde Park, I guess one of the connections was that we had worked in the same places on the South Side in different decades. I was working in Woodlawn, 1974, Constitution House. I lived on Woodlawn Avenue, 2 blocks from the 63rd Street L. We agree on most of the issues, really important ones like education. And I really loved your 2004 speech to the Democratic Convention. And maybe another reason I like you is I really didn't like some of the opponents you've had this year. But I'm getting a little bit upset and frustrated and angry with some of your campaign ads. For example, the one complaining about John McCain having too many houses. I mean, look, there's this mansion in Chappaqua, New York, and this estate in Washington, D.C. I mean, why does one family need both of these mansions? Well, those 2 mansions are owned by the Clintons. And then there's this energy inefficient old southern mansion just outside of Nashville. But wait, that isn't John McCain's, that's Al Gore's. Maybe it's okay to have several houses. The Roosevelts did. The Kennedys did. And they were okay. Let's look at this one example, though. This little castle in Toluca, Mexico. And this place in Acapulco. 3 stories. And a place just outside of Los Gatos, California, about 2 blocks from Netflix. And this place in Redlands, California, with the palm trees and the swimming pool. Well, you know what? Those are my houses. Well, some of them at least. Some of my houses, that is. How many do I have? Well, like John McCain, I'm going to have to get back to you on that. You see, I don't have all day to count my houses. I got these videos to make. But I'm not a bad person because I own a lot of houses or clothes or cars or whatever. And I find the campaign that emphasizes such things in a derisive manner to be a very divisive and distracting technique. It's divisive because it gets the poor envying the rich. I want to share some words with you that I hope you will find convincing as I did. Now, even as we speak, there are those who are preparing to divide us, the spin masters and the negative ad peddlers. There's not a black America and a white America and Latino America and Asian America. There's the United States of America. I love those words. They were uttered in 2004 by Barack Obama. I don't think we need a divisive campaign of setting poor envying the rich. And we don't need a distracting campaign either. What's the matter? Why can't we focus on the real issues? Is Iraq now a moot point since John McCain's surge strategy apparently worked? Is the price of gas a moot point since they're going down now that Congress is talking at least about drilling? Here's what I want you to do. Please focus on the real issues of this campaign. And I'd like you to debate those issues many times. Focus on issues such as, what are we going to do in Afghanistan? If you merely send the troops from Iraq to Afghanistan, you're merely getting troops out of one place and putting them in harm's way in another. You know what I really want to know? How are you going to keep us out of the next war? Now, don't just tell me that the Republicans got us into Iraq and that was the wrong war in the wrong place. You know, Clinton got us into Haiti, Somalia, Bosnia, and Kosovo. So merely saying you're a Democrat is not going to convince me that you're going to be the one to keep us out of the next war. And how are you really going to reform politics? Yeah, you've got less experience in Washington than McCain does, but that doesn't mean you're necessarily going to be more of a reformer, especially now since you've refused to abide by those McCain-Feingold campaign financing rules. So let's have you debate many times, in many locations, and let's stick to the real issues of this campaign. And don't delegate the vile attacks to some kind of subordinates or surrogates. Let's keep them in line. This has been the Headless Professor with a message for Senator Obama. I really like you. I still do. And I want to keep liking you.
Create your very own video podcast from PowerPoint. Log on to authorstream.com. It's absolutely free.